to the Daily Grind, and shout out to the full-time patrons. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
And it's your boy Big Full Time. You know what the fuck's going on. We got some mixed martial arts breaking news going down in the world of MMA as two of the UFC's biggest superstars, Conor McGregor and Khabib Nurmagomedov, have officially been suspended for their UFC 229 post-fight brawl. Khabib Nurmagomedov, we all remember the flying eagle kick against Dillon Danis after the fight. Conor McGregor had a small part in the brawl. I know a lot of people kind of turned McGregor into a victim there for a second. And with that being said, doesn't look like the commission felt the same way, as McGregor was also suspended for his role in the brawl. McGregor was suspended a shorter amount of time. You could imagine he's not the one that jumped out the cage. He didn't incite the brawl, but he did play a little part inside the cage when he stole off on one of Khabib's teammates on the top of the fence. But that's another topic for another day. Here are the results of the hearing. Khabib Nurmagomedov got the heftiest punishment. He got a $500,000 fine and 9-month suspension. That $500,000 is a lot of money for an MMA fighter, especially someone like Khabib. I mean, if you're Conor McGregor, it's one thing. You got to fight Floyd Mayweather, you got proper 12, you got a lot of businesses, you're all good, you know what I'm saying? And you got the complexion for protection. We know what's going on. Khabib too, but different because he's a Muslim, so that's why, and I'm sure that has nothing to do with his suspension. But boy, Khabib Nurmagomedov had to work hard to get to this spot. This is the biggest pay that he's had in his life when he fought Conor McGregor. And with that being said, $500,000 is a lot of money to take from this guy. He only got $1 million, so they took half of his money because he made that impulsive decision to jump the fence. We have seen other fighters jump the fence before. They don't lose half of their money. Now, Khabib took it a step further, flying eagle kicked into the crowd. Little bit of a brawl ensued, but it was contained really quickly, and there wasn't any no fans, right, or innocent bystanders really got hurt in this brawl, as we've seen whenever people throw fucking monster cans and shit. But hey, like I said, another topic, another day. Khabib Nurmagomedov, 9-month suspension, $500,000, which is a lot of money. Conor McGregor also suspended, also fined. Conor McGregor is only going to be getting a $50,000 suspension, so not near as much as far as the money is concerned, but he's also going to get suspended. Conor McGregor's getting suspended for 6 months, which means McGregor will be able to fight again April 6th. That's the soonest he could return. Now, Khabib's suspension was 3 months longer than Conor McGregor's, but he does have the option to do, I believe it's an anti-bullying PSA, and if he does do that, cooperate community service, I believe he can get this down to 6 months, to where him and Conor McGregor would be suspended for the same amount of time. Now, with that being said, we will have to see if Khabib is interested in entertaining this plea deal, per se, or this bargain. Does he want to do this PSA and get the 3 months chopped off the top of his sentence? I mean, any reasonable fighter would just do it. Okay, here, I'm in front of a cannon. Don't bully kids. You know, there's nothing. Khabib could very well just do that and just get the 3 months knocked off. But he might not. And there's multiple reasons he might not. The first reason is he might not be too happy about this $500,000 fine. Holy shit, that's a lot of money, you guys. $500,000 for a fucking fighter who's probably hasn't made that in his entire career except for that fight. And I do realize it a lot of the times it's just a percentage. You know, it doesn't matter how much you get paid, it's a percentage. It could have been John Doe jumped over. Would they took 50% from him? Well, according to this precedent they're setting with Khabib, yes. And it wouldn't be $500,000 then. It would probably only be like $10,000. But still, I feel like 50% is a lot to fucking take from somebody who had a full training camp coming into this fight, fought the best fight of his life, the biggest fight of his life. You're going to take half of his money because after the fight he was getting fucking allegedly agitated or whatever from Dillon Danis, who was waving him on, saying, "Come on, motherfucker," and Khabib jumps the cage, does the flying eagle kick. Is that reason to take half of his money? Maybe it is. It is actually sort of serious, right? Jumping into the crowd in attack mode, right? You're jumping in there with the fucking kick. You're not jumping out there to go give your wife a hug. You're jumping out there to kick somebody in the fucking face. And after that brawl ensues, no one knows what could have happened. So that could have been a very serious situation. Luckily, the UFC security team was on top of that, and the brawl didn't translate into the crowd where there was fucking drunk Russian fans and Irish fans. That shit could have got bad after Khabib did that flying eagle kick. So you do got to set a precedent. We can't have people flying off of the octagon with clotheslines and fucking drop kicks from here on out. So yeah, maybe you got to show how serious this is by fining him $500,000, suspending him 9 months. So I'm not mad at that. You know, it just seems like a lot of money because he made so much for this fight. But with that being said, another reason Khabib might not be interested in getting the 3 months chopped off the top of his suspension is Ramadan. I did my Googles, and so Khabib Nurmagomedov would be eligible to come back July 6th, right? Conor McGregor can come back April 6th. Khabib can come back July 6th. He has to wait 3 more months. But with Ramadan, which we know Khabib already takes off every year, that in 2019 is going to be from May 5th to June 4th. So I really don't see Khabib coming back by April 6th and fighting in the next month. You know, he could if he goes through a training camp while he's suspended, which, you know, he could still train. But unless he plans on coming back and fighting in April, then he might as well just sit out this suspension, because he's going to be out from May 5th to June 4th, you know, or he could fight in June, but it could very realistically, Khabib could just sit out this 9-month suspension, and that way he's not out because of Ramadan. I mean, it doesn't matter the reasoning you're out if you're out, but if Khabib comes back, does the PSA, right, gives these guys a free commercial, and that was pointed out to me when Conor McGregor got fined in the past, I believe for the Barclays incident, and they wanted him to do like a commercial, like an anti-bullying commercial, PSA type deal, and I think Conor actually was able to turn down that commercial. Like, do you know how much money it would cost to get Conor McGregor in your fucking commercial? Like, no, how about we pay our fine, do some community service, and you guys don't finesse us for a free commercial. So, if Khabib doesn't want to do that free commercial for these guys, he could just write out this extra 3 months on the suspension, because he's going to be going through Ramadan in that period of time anyway. So, we'll see how that plays out. As of right now, over on MMA Junkie's YouTube channel, you can see that we currently have Jon Jones going through his hearing. These were all on the same day. And that's what I'm going to be listening to as soon as this video is over. The news hasn't dropped yet, and I might have to go to work before it drops. So you can expect some Jon Jones news either right before or after I get off work tonight. But with that being said, yeah, man, we're going to have some more Jon Jones news coming from this same hearing. Khabib Nurmagomedov has been fined $500,000 and suspended 9 months. Conor McGregor has been fined $50,000 and suspended 6 months. So with that being said, man, it is what it is. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. I'm out.
Bye, Felicia.